Mason Tessier at the top of the field, ready to bring the field down. Isaiah Newcomb and Cole Robie, row number 2. Rowdy Burns, Jase Mongeon, 5th and 6th. Off of turn number 4 they come. Green flag is out. We're underway. It is a swarm down into turn number 1. It is a dead heat off the turn number 2. Helger with a half a car length down into 3 now.
Off of 4 they come. Helger and Tessier, teammates side by side for the lead, with Rowdy Burns getting a good run up on Isaiah Newcomb. That's the battle for 3rd, heading down the back straightaway.
Tessier settles into 2nd, but look at Burns dive down to the inside as Newcomb goes up high. 3 wide for 2nd off of 4. Up on the outside, Newcomb takes over the 2nd spot as they head down into 1.
Helger setting the pace off of turn number 2 to about a 5 car length lead. Burns coming in on the inside. Off of turn number 4, top 3 are single file across the start-finish line.
And all of a sudden, Brenden LaBelle has worked himself up into 3rd. Watch out for him. He is undefeated this year with 3 wins in 3 tries. Settles up into the 3rd spot. Tessier and Mongeon racing side by side. Bulkeley down to the inside. That's the battle for 5th. 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Bulkeley and Tessier making a Mongeon sandwich off of turn number 3. Helger still maintaining his lead with Rowdy Burns right on his left rear. LaBelle sneaking in as well behind the Rowdy one.
Down to the inside goes Burns, looking for his 2nd win of the season, trying to get the run on the inside. Down through 3 and 4. They are off the corner and give it to the 13 at the stripe. He becomes our 2nd leader of the event, Jacob Burns, with Brenden LaBelle in tow.
Off of 3 they come, and Burns still leads. Brenden LaBelle, Helger, and Newcomb are side by side. That's the battle for the 3rd spot. Off of turn number 2, give Newcomb a 1/3 of a car length on Helger.
Little bumper tag between LaBelle and Newcomb as they came off at turn number 2. No harm, no foul as they come off at 4. Nose to tail, top 3. Double wide for 4th. You've got the 27 of Bulkeley down to the inside. Up on the outside is Richie Helger as he tries to hang on, but he is backsliding on the top side off of turn number 4.
Burns trying to open this up, about a 4 car length advantage with the top 5. Single file, nose to tail, around the back straightaway. Burns, LaBelle, Newcomb, your current top 3 off of 4.
10 laps up on the board. And Jacob Burns, who started 7th on the grid, by lap 5 was up front and now starts to put some breathing room between he and LaBelle. Newcomb holds on right there on the back bumpers. They come off of 4. Bulkeley knocking on the doors. They hit the stripe. Mongeon up inside the top 5.
Bulkeley still up on Newcomb off of turn number 2. Meanwhile, deeper in the field, the battle for 6th heating up between Cole Robie and Richie Helger. Jase Silvia in there as well.
Side by side for 3rd. The 27 of Bulkeley down on the inside of Isaiah Newcomb as they hit turn number 3. Cross flags out, 13 down, 12 to go. And the battle right now is 3rd. Jase Mongeon is 5th, right behind the side-by-side battle between Bulkeley and Newcomb.
Off of 3 they come, and Burns still leads with the top 6 nose to tail across the start-finish line. Burns still sets the pace. Right now, Bulkeley starting to get on top of LaBelle for that 2nd spot.
Bulkeley, confidence at an all-time high. Contact. LaBelle goes around, and Bulkeley makes a little bit of contact as he ran over the wheel. We are slowed up. 14 laps will be up on the board. And Tessier, 3rd and 4th. Up on the throttle they come, and LaBelle just makes it out of the pit area as he tries to work himself through the field. He and Bulkeley up front. It is the 13 setting the pace down into turn number 3.
Into 4 they go, and Burns still hanging on to the lead with Jase Mongeon, who we haven't seen in quite a few weeks here. Right behind him, Newcomb and Robie stacked behind him. Newcomb got into Mongeon a little bit. They break away off of turn number 3.
Into 3 and 4 they go. Top 3, nose to tail. They play tag off the corner. Cole Robie up inside the top 4. Rounding out the top 5 is Mason Tessier as he works the outside lane. The 17 of Jake Silvia right there in tow. Down to the inside. 3 wide behind them. LaBelle trying to work himself through the field, gets by the 160 to Silvia, the 04 of LaBelle as they come off at turn number 2.
Into 3 and 4 they go, and the top 4 are still single file with Tessier and Silvia side by side. That's the battle for 5th. Helger in the mix as well. Deeper in the field, Silvia just got a little bumped by Brenden LaBelle, and the caution comes out for the second time in 18 laps. So LaBelle and Silvia fighting hard deep in the field. Unfortunately, Jake Silvia going around.
Safety truck down in the center of the infield. This time it's a good one. Green is out. We're underway. Mongeon trying to wind up that outside lane. Here comes the 22 and Newcomb down to the inside.
Burns still setting the pace though into 3 and 4. Robie has to back off the throttle. Outside it's Mason Tessier, who's headhunting. He needs to get back into that top 5 where he was, where Newcomb and Mongeon are side by side for second.
Newcomb taking a look down to the inside, trying to get his run to the lead with 5 laps to go. Burns on the outside. Newcomb down low. Newcomb to the lead, down into turn 1. Here comes Mongeon to follow through, down through 1 and 2.
That first win has been chasing Isaiah Newcomb for years upon years here at Seekonk, and we're going to get another caution. One car around in between turns 1 and 2.
2 cars together. The one, it believes, looks like the 64, and I think that might be the 116 up there in turn numbers 1 and 2 have gotten together. No, it is not the 116. Has worked himself back up inside the top 5.
Looking for the green off of 4. Kyle Souza will give it to them. This looks like a good restart. And Rowdy Burns taking back the lead from Isaiah Newcomb. They're now dead even into turn number 3.
Side by side up at the top of the field. They're wheel to wheel at the top of the field. They roll off of 4, 2 cars together. The 04 of Jaden Hamilton, and it looks like Caden Cook get together. Slide up the racetrack. Both cars were able to separate under their own power. But we are right back under yellow, and Burns had a heck of a restart that last time. A bit of a jump. Would it be enough, though, because Newcomb gathered right back underneath them. Off of 4 they come. There's a green. And again, Burns a little bit quicker on the start, but not enough to be able to shut the door. Here comes Newcomb down on the inside as they head down the back straightaway. Newcomb back to the top. Mongeon fills the hole down on the inside.
Into 4 they go, and Burns and Mongeon are even Steven into turn number 2. Newcomb able to pull out with the lead. Here comes Mongeon, takes away that second spot into turn number 3.
Trouble down off at turn number 2, 1 car around, and not able to get that refired, and we're right back under yellow. Hard time getting some rhythm going with these legends here tonight. Simple things at the back of the field, slowing up a great race at the top of the field, and that is the 78 of Silvia that had gone around off at turn number 2. Isaiah, second-generation racer. Up his first career Legends win here at Seekonk. Newcomb bringing the field up on the throttle, a little bit loose, but able to hang on as the 13 of Burns right on the back bumper, down the back straightaway. Mongeon looking for a little jump. Here comes Newcomb, 3 wide for the lead through turns 3 and 4. Burns on the inside, Newcomb in the middle, Mongeon up on the outside, down into turn number 1. 8 cars battling for the lead off of 2.
Into 3 and 4 they go, still 3 wide up top. Newcomb able to pull away for the moment off of 3 and 4. Mongeon is there on the outside. Burns in there as well. Twin 6 up, spins, and a caution for the 04 of Hamilton momentarily.
Hamilton around on the front stretch and couldn't get that car refired, and man, what a race at the top of the field we were having. 3 wide for a lap and a half for that top spot. And Jase Mongeon trying to edge out to the top. He and Burns were putting on a show. But remember, we go back to the last completed green flag lap, and that'll be Burns and Mongeon 1 and 2. How about Richie Helger back up into third now?
Yeah, Helger started that fifth, was able to sneak in on the inside, and that's when we had that little cluster. 6 cars really battling for the lead, but yeah, Helger also great position to pick up his first career Legends win.
Isaiah Newcomb 4th, Cole Robie rounding out the top 5, Brenden LaBelle 6th, 7th is Jase Silvia, Nick Bulkeley 8th, Mason Tessier and Jimmy Silvia round out the top 10. Green-white-checkered finish, ladies and gentlemen, and after what we just saw over those last 3 laps, we in for a good one. Black flag out for the 64, Steve Bowden. I believe it's for a bumper not being secure. And that is an INEX rule. That is not a Seekonk rule. That is an INEX rule. Field is set. Caution light. Out. Clinch green flag. Jacob Burns and Jase Mongeon. Richie Helger. Isaiah Newcomb. Cole Robie. It's like a roll of the dice. Who do you look at? Who do you watch? Well, ladies and gentlemen, green, white, checker, off of 4. Green flag is out. Burns with a jump. Mongeon back up on the outside. They head down into turn number 1, and they are even. They are wheel to wheel at the top of the field. They roll through 3 and 4, down to the stripe. It is Burns by a hair, but Mongeon continuing up to wind that outside lane. Off at 2 they come, still side by side. Burns with a nose advantage. They come off of 4. Burns gets sideways. Mongeon picks up his first career win. Jase Mongeon holding on to the outside, picking up the win. Jacob Burns for second, and Isaiah Newcomb rounding out the top 5. How's that for a finish, ladies and gentlemen? Congratulations. Welcome to Legends Victory Lane.
Thank you so much. We've been working so hard to finally get here at Seekonk. We've ran here obviously full-time in the Bando a couple years ago, and we ran a few starts since then, and I'm just so happy to finally get it done at my home track. That was probably one of the best races of my career. I mean, huge thank you to Isaiah Newcomb, Jacob Burns, and all the other guys I was racing with. That was a clean race, and I was just too loose on the bottom, so I'm happy I got the top side, because once I was able to get the top, there was just so much traction up there for me, so I made it work on the top.
Now, does this make you want to come back every week?
Yeah, it definitely is fun when you come up for your first race of the year and win it, but I'd love to come back here a few times through this year, and should be fun.
You had a great run on the outside. I know you got some people you want to thank for getting you this speed.
I'd like to thank my father mostly for taking me to the track, my stepmother, my whole family for coming out and supporting me. Sean Buffett and TS Motorsports are giving me the fast card wherever I go all over the country. And I'd like to thank any worker at TS Motorsports, and they do a great job helping me out.
Congratulations. Welcome back. Welcome to Victory. And nothing to hang your hat on, because that was a great race. You had some great passings and did everything you could, just got a little loose off that 4th corner.
Yeah, I mean, great run for Jase. I mean, he came here, I was going for him. We just couldn't get the car to hold on the bottom, and I sent it in deep last corner, hoping he would stick, and it pushed and got loosed off the corner, but he had a great run off the corner. Congrats on the win for him.
How frustrating was it with those cautions coming out?
A little frustrating. We needed the full track for our car to get going, and it was amazing during the beginning of the race. Huge thanks to Nick for setting this up every week. He's a badass car.
I know you got some more people you want to thank. Great run, great coming back. Frustrating though, I know, because you've been so close so many times.
Yeah, we definitely had the car. I just made some stupid decisions. Car was quick. I just wasn't in the right place.
It's got to feel good, real good with all that battling that was up at the front of the field. It's got to feel real good to come out of here with third.
Yeah, I'd like to win it, but we'll get him next week.